Yo, what is up YouTube? Today we're going to be going over the callouts on the map Apocalypse. This map is only used for hardpoint, and before we get started, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and comment down below what map I should do next. So let's get started. Back here, I like to call this spawn. Whether you spawn here or they spawn here, it doesn't really matter. You could call it your spawn, their spawn, but in hardpoint, a lot of the times you're just going to be pushing out hills, and the spawns really don't matter. So yeah, just call it spawn, because if you're going to be pushing this, you know that they're going to be in this area, because this is the only spawn that you want for P5 and that kind of stuff. This right here, so P5 is over there. And sometimes when you want to push P5, you want to come through here and try to secure these spawns, and usually there's going to be a guy up here on this truck. This truck is called spawn truck, or you could call it blood, whichever one. I like calling it spawn truck because blood is, no one really knows that there's blood inside there. So yeah, people will sit here, they'll try to like hold these spawns and pick you off coming out from there, and just sort of hold down this whole area. So, you know, it's good to have a call out for someone who's on this truck called spawn truck. Coming over here, this place is called pit, because they have a little like fire pit here. And yeah, people also sit here and they'll spawn around this area. You know, sometimes they'll spawn back here if you're over on that side, and sometimes they'll spawn in here. So usually from there you can pick people off sitting here trying to watch this or trying to push into P5. And now over here, this is called bottom ammo or P5. This whole area here is all P5, and you know, people are going to be sitting in various corners like here or over here. And yeah, coming over here, this is ammo steps. People sometimes come out of top ammo and just try to watch the back here. Say if the guy on spawn truck dies, they'll come out of here, just try to kill the guy who killed him, get that trade. Up here is top ammo. People sit in this window a lot. They'll crouch down, try to pick you off as you try to push down mid-map, and try to pick people off from that room and in that room. And yeah, and they'll just sit here, watch the guy back here. If he dies, try to get his trade. But it's a good spot to hide, and it's a good spot to pick people off as an AR. So you want to have a nice call out for it. Now coming down here, we have ammo truck. Mainly because there's all this like ammo in the back. There's an RPG as well, and just yeah. So this people sit like right here on this truck, and they'll just try to watch this, or they'll try to watch this, and they'll try to play life here, just try to heal up, maybe reload, maybe. So you want to push them. You want to tell your teammates, yo, there's a guy ammo truck. He's just hiding there. He's just trying to play life. Then coming over here, people like to sit in this corner, watch mid, or just heal up if they tried challing over there, because that's where P3 is down there. So yeah, they'll just sit here, try to pick people off coming here, try to heal up. So you'll be like, yo, he's front ammo, your teammate can push him, and yeah, this is not a good call out there. Now coming over here, this is P3 or bottom TVs. It really depends on, like if P3 is here, I'm just going to call it P3, or he's in hill or new hill. But you can also call it bottom TVs. And yeah, people like to lay down here, just try to watch that front. People will be like over here watching the back, because sometimes you can spawn in the back and they'll still have hill control, and they'll just be here like on these barrels picking you off. So it's a good call out for, you know, just let your teammates know, hey, there's a guy watching our spawn, he's P3, he's bottom TVs. Then coming over to here is bottom bridge, and this area isn't really called out too much because it's a pretty open area. Like if you're gonna see him, you're not gonna like not see him in this area if you're in P3, and you're not gonna not see him if you're over here on these barrels watching down there. But you know, still it's a good call out to say, yo, he's hidden from bottom bridge, and they'll know which side they're coming from, especially if they're trying to watch the back there. Down here is bottom maps, and you know, people come out from back temple there, and they'll come and try to pick people off in the hill, try to push this way. So it's a good call out, just say, yo, he's, you know, he's bottom maps, and people actually hide behind this too and just try to heal up, or just try to like pick you off, lay down here, try to play life. And it's actually a pretty good call out to tell your teammates, you know, he's weak back there, back by bottom maps. This is heli. Not that many people go here. You know, sometimes they'll just push in here to heal up, and it's like a pretty small area, so it's not that important. But coming down here is trenches, and this is really important because people who have, if they have control of P3 here, someone might sit here and just try to chow you coming out there while you spawn. And you know, they can even catch you off guard here. Say if you get control of the hill here, you get all the kills. Well, there might be a guy here in trenches jumping up and killing you guys, shooting you in the back. So you got to watch out for that. They like to hit P5 as well, just front of the hill here. So it's a good call out. Coming back up here, we're gonna come up here, and this area is called balcony. Again, people just try to pick you off from this spawn here. This is a very like big spawn for a lot of the hills, so you know, coming out here and just picking people off as they spawn up and move towards mid-map or towards coop. It's, you know, free kills, pretty easy kills, and you gotta watch out for this spot. Now moving into here, this is top TVs, just because of all the televisions in here. Now people will be here usually during P1, like they'll just try to sit here, contest, like kill someone on the hill, kill someone in maps, or like try to kill someone over in broken there, and you know, it's a good spot for that. But other than that, unless someone's like trying to heal up in here, it's not really that used. Going out here, this is bridge, pretty much a death sentence to just stand here, so not that many people not that many people stay here, but you know, you still need a call out for it. It's called bridge. Now in here, this has got like a couple names. I like to call it maps because there's like 3 maps in here, and yeah, you know, it's just called maps. There's one on the table too. But some people call it books because there's a bunch of books in here. Well, there's only one bookcase, but just stick to maps or books. It doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as your team is calling out the same thing. Coming back out here, this is gold truck because they got all these gold bars in here, and yeah, people like to, you know, chow broken from here, or they'll push out like from P1. Say they have P1 control, they're trying to get those back temple spawns, they'll push out here, and you can like pick them off as they're trying to push temple or trying to push broken here. So you know, pretty contested spot. You know, people like to hide, you know, around this truck and just play life. Coming back here, this is your spawn, their spawn, or most commonly known as back temple. The spawn thing, you could call it those, but like again, it's hardpoint. Your spawns are going to change constantly, and your spawns are going to flip constantly. So just call it back temple. It's a lot easier, and it just makes more sense to be called back temple. Coming into here, this is called rugs because they just a bunch of rugs on the floor. People will come here and like just try to. It's a pretty good power position, so they'll just try to sit here with an AR, even a sub sometimes, and try to pick you off, get you off of that P2 hill. Because if they're back here, you're not going to spawn here anymore. So you got to kill this guy, and it's tough to chow that window. But yeah, it's a good call up. Back here is gold, just because all these gold bars, and you know, people will sit back here again if they're trying to push this P2 hill, get the time, or try to break the hill from the back as their secure spawns. So pretty good call out. You know, people will sit here. He's gold. You know, he's back gold. He's back gold. He's in gold. And then coming over here, this is called fire, just because there's a little fire pit here. People just try to play that front here, you know, pretty good head glitch, and try to pick those people off pushing in, or just try to get someone who's climbing up broken. Now coming over here, this is broken. Very good position to be in, especially if you're holding P2, or even just trying to kill people off of P1 and trying to hold spawns for P2, because it's pretty hard to kill you off of this. You got a nice like nasty heady here, and to get up here, you actually have to like climb up. You know, it gives you that animation, and it's so easy to kill people as they're climbing up, mostly because they can't shoot or they can only do hip fire or something like that. But it's literally a free kill every time someone tries to climb up this thing and you're up here. Also, you can pick people off trying to push that back like trench area, that back bottom maps area, to get those temple spawns, those back temple spawns. So killing those people is pretty important because you don't want to lose those spawns, and this is a good spot to pick them off of. Very good power position right here. Makes this hill basically unbreakable. And in here is just P2. Nothing to really say about it. It's just a hill. And you can actually get hill time as you stand here, which is our next spot called cutout. Again, another very important power position to just watch the front of the temple here and just pick kids off as they try to push P2 or try to push the spawns for P2. Again, these two power positions here really are like really overpowered. It's super hard to kill someone off of them, and like holding these down is super easy. You just get a bunch of free kills, which is equally important as to why you need to call them out, because if you say there's a guy broken, you know not to push this area because he's going to just get a free kill, and you want to get these guys off their power positions first before you start running in. Now coming here, this is front temple. If you kill the guy cutout, or if they kill the guy cutout, they'll push in front temple, and they'll just try to take this cutout, which is equally as good like on this side. So you gotta watch out for that if you lose that front temple position, especially if the guy in cutout dies. So yeah, you know, people come in here try to chow all this. It's a pretty good point, and people will try to push out for P3 and try to get all this, try to chow all the people on the hill here, which is tough, but it's still like a decent spot. Coming out here, this is P3. You have statue head right here, or turtle. I like to call it head. Some people call it turtle, but they'll sit behind here and just gain time on P3. It's a pretty good spot. You can even get up here and like just chow people as they push front temple. But yeah, pretty good spot to just play life and get time and just like occasionally shoulder and get some shots on the guy, maybe kill him. Over here, this is another like pretty good heady. It's called, I like to call it rocks. But yeah, they'll just be watching that front temple. Pretty good heady here. I like to play this area, you know, try to watch the back if my teammates are in the hill getting time. Because people push out through coop here, they'll come in through the window and just push here. So if you're sitting here, they can't really see you and you can just kill them pretty easily. So I call this area bags. And yeah, you know, it's a pretty good spot to hide. Coming over here, this is coop, like I said before. A very important place. Like people will push P3 from here, people will push out from P3. A lot of people use this area. A lot of people sit in this window for P1, try to chow that broken area, just because broken is you know, a good power position. I wouldn't recommend challenging it because 99% of the time you're gonna die, but you can do it still. Like it's not the worst challenge. But yeah, people will be in here a lot, and then coming over here, this is called Zig, this whole area here, just because a little like Z area. But you know, sometimes people will be here chilling that cutout. They'll be watching over P3, trying to protect front temple or trying to watch coop. So you know, pretty good call out here. And yeah, then coming into here, this is, oh yeah, this is actually, I like to call this cards because there's like a little cards game going on, a little gambling with that money on the table. But yeah, this room, people will just try to attack P3 if they have the spawns for it, and it's a pretty good call out. So yeah, this is cards, and then I think I have to go mid-map. That's the only place I'm missing here, if you can get over this wall. Oh yeah, this is called back or front coop, or even, you could even call it slaughter, but I usually just call it back coop. Pretty simple, and not a lot of people go here, but if they get shot in here, they're going to push out here and just try to heal up. So it's a good call to have. This is called P1 or mid-map or blue truck. Now I know this truck isn't blue, but it has all these blue barrels in it, so that's why we call it blue truck. Again, people just play around this truck, try to get time, try to contest on P1. You're not going to get too much time on P1. That being said, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and comment down below what map I should do next. Take it easy.